directing, and then I figured it all out, and that's what we've done. And I came back and okay, the first one would end here, and then this would happen, and then second one would start here, and I'd do this stuff in the beginning of where it starts, and then boom, you have 2 movies.
Cheers. So hello.
Hi there.
Steve Beckitt from Sourcebreaker. Welcome to the show.
Thanks very much for having me.
Expanding beyond the bullhorn world on the back of viewer feedback. So we're going to start with the fastest growing bullhorn marketplace partner.
That's us, apparently.
That is, which is useful to know because that was an answer in a quiz at our sales kickoff a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so Ryan Murphy, friend of the show, is a huge Jeopardy fan.
Okay.
Right? And so one of the things was this Jeopardy. Have you ever seen Jeopardy?
I don't think so. I think I'm a couple of years too young.
Well, no, it's not about that. It's like it's a US game show.
Okay,
right?
fine.
So where they kind of put up what is effectively the answer, and you've got to guess you've got to say what the question.
Right.
So the answer is what is or who are Sourcebreaker.
Right.
And it was the one I knew.
Excellent.
The one I knew. We got a lot of them wrong.
Really?
Yeah, and the way the game works is you play for money.
Okay.
And if you get the question wrong, you lose.
Yeah. Right, you lose a lot.
That's the Jeopardy part of it.
Okay.
Because if you get the question right, you get it.
Yeah.
So I mean, the team I was in were pretty bad. We didn't do so good. So and what
we knew the most important answer.
Yeah, but what I figured afterwards that, and I did say at the beginning, we might get to the final if we didn't answer any questions because a lot of people want minus amounts.
Yeah.
That was it.
Okay.
But then you got caught up and just wanted to answer questions because you think you knew.
It's a bit of fun, isn't
it? It got very competitive.
Of course. A bunch of salespeople in the room competing.
Yeah. So yeah, Sourcebreaker. So tell us about Sourcebreaker for the tens of people that will watch this.
My mum.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to sales Pitchy. So we're an AI-driven talent matching platform. So we help recruiters find far more of the best candidates far more quickly.
Yep.
And at the click of a button, we then match them to live employer vacancies taken directly from their website. So every recruiter using our platform has multiple opportunities to place every candidate they find.
Yep.
And as you've had the privilege of having a sneak peek of our new beta product, we've now significantly enhanced that with a brand new product, just completely new to the recruitment market, our Intel Centre.
Looks good.
Yeah, glad you like the look of it. Which we now find people salary data, up to the minute salary data, up to the minute news on anybody they're prospecting, any companies they're prospecting, being able to identify email patterns, and then also funding data as well. So we've always given people, the people to call, whether that's candidates or potential customers. Now we're actually enriching all their conversations. So every call is is
That's what I like about it, right? Because you can literally when people use technology correctly, it's about making us smarter and faster.
Definitely.
Right? So what I saw from that is you can literally be a recruiter on the phone. And you've got within your screen, you can come across as a very credible expert in that field of whatever you're pitching.
Yeah.
Without actually being that.
Yeah.
So you're leveraging the tech to elevate your game.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's quite exciting. So tell us about the Sourcebreaker journey. How did it start?
So it started off where I spent a number of years at S3, which most people will be familiar with, and then left originally to set up a recruitment company. I was probably the only person who honoured my 6-month non-compete. I used that time to do a couple of things that were going to be key differentiators for my recruitment company, and one of those ended up being building a search tool. The idea was in-house recruiters would use it. When they couldn't find any candidates for their roles, they would use the company that's given them some free value. So that was the idea. Put this free tool out on my company website and then put a post on LinkedIn. It just went nuts overnight. So people at Google, JP Morgan, eBay, Salesforce, all these companies started using this free tool.
Wow.
And so I've always had a pretty big appetite for risk, and I thought there's clearly a massive demand for a search-based recruitment product. So I thought, I'll set up a technology company.
How do you go about doing that?
Mate,
what's
we
involved?
had no idea what we were doing to start with.
Okay.
So I went and found an old schoolmate of mine who's a software developer. I said, mate, do you fancy building a tech company? He was like, yeah, all right, why not? So, as you do. So off we went, like, all the enthusiasm in the world. We obviously, the benefit we had was we knew the market really well.
Yeah.
Didn't know how to build a tech company. One of the things we did early on, which stood us in really good stead, was we got some excellent advisors in early who could guide us and make sure that we didn't make any silly mistakes. We had all that energy, all that enthusiasm to get shit done effectively, and then we had that expertise guiding us on the journey to go on. And like with anything, the more you do it, the more you learn. We've just got more and more comfortable with what we're doing, and have grown since. And now, featuring on quiz questions as fastest growing partners.
There you go. So one of your key points there on the journey was get some advisors in.
Definitely.
Early. What would be some other key pointers for aspiring entrepreneur in the tech space?
So advisors definitely don't make mistakes yourself, and let other people tell you about the mistakes they made, and then just don't make them.
And listen to them, right?
Listen to 100%. Yeah, 100%. But one of the other big things for me I did early on was put a value on my time in terms of my daily rate, essentially. What is my time worth? And then looked at all the tasks that I potentially do, and then if my time was better served doing something else, so I could find someone to do that task for cheaper than I valued my daily rate out, I did outsource it.
Did you find that easy or hard to do to entrust other people?
I mean, I've got a deep hatred of admin. So
Hate, double hate, loathe entirely.
I was pretty comfortable outsourcing stuff that I found boring to other people. So I went on to a site called People Per Hour. So People Per Hour, Upwork, they're really, really good to get freelancers to do ad hoc tasks here and there. And we found an absolute legend to do our outsourced work. So she's a lady, she's got 3 degrees. She's got more degrees than I've got A-levels.
Wow.
She's absolutely brilliant. She's got 3 kids, and she has this army of kids around her whilst working like 70 hours a week.
Sounds like she does things in threes.
But exactly. There you go.
Is the magic number.
Yeah, exactly.
So how has your role evolved? So Sourcebreaker's been going what 5 years now?
Yeah, give or take. Yeah.
So so obviously day one, you're the business.
Yeah.
And today you're in a different role. But how has that evolved over time? And have you been able to evolve with it? And you found
I think so. I think I've always been fairly comfortable delegating. It takes a while to get used to. But one of the best bits of advice I ever got was, if you can find someone who can do a job 80% as well as you can, just give it to them and then get out of the way and then focus on growing the business. So my early diary just looked absolutely insane to start with. So at 5 a.m. I would be on to our offshore developers who started off building the product alongside my co-founder. So 5 a.m. we'd be doing product stuff, and then basically get on the phone for about 7:30 in the morning, because you're calling recruitment directors. You can get onto those people pretty early. So we do that, book a load of sales meetings, go try and close that business, and then go on and then go to implement those customers, to go and do the training, get them onboarded, get them up to speed. Then was hiring the team to join as well, then was raising investment. So it literally was doing as many jobs as you can conceivably do in 5 in the morning till 11 at night. It was like pretty cliched work every minute you can feasibly do. I don't know how she's my girlfriend at the time, I don't know how my wife stuck with me. I was like, didn't do anything at the weekends,
maybe
no holidays.
She's backing a winner. She thought,
maybe
I've got to keep her here.
Well, when we got together, I was unemployed, so I was setting up a company. And I had this ambition to take over the world. But I mean, it's easy to say now when we've had some success and we're growing well. When it's me with no income and I'm sat in a room saying, I'm going to take over the world, it's a pretty big leap of faith for her to think, do you know what, I'm going to sacrifice 3 years of my life, no holidays, no doing nothing, because this clown here reckons he's going to take over.